Hello everyone and welcome to another gaming video. Today I'm going to say some things about my latest wargame, Salerno 43 by Mark Simonitch, of course, and GMT games. Salerno 43 is another game in the 40x series by Mark Simonitch and GMT, and it deals with the Allied invasion of Italy, September 1943, and consequently, as a coincidence, this video is it's September, when this campaign happened. It's a classic hex-and-counter war game, 2 players, but it has a high solo suitability because you can play to the best of your abilities each of the 2 sides and still have fun. And this is what I did. My impressions are from my 200 solo play, and I have played the short scenario because I couldn't. It was, let's say, an introductory game, a game to familiarize myself with the rules and not the concepts, not exactly the concepts. The concepts of 40x are kind of known to me because I've already played North Africa 41. But what you have to do in this game, it's not as big a game, of course, as North Africa 41. It's much smaller, it has a much more footprint, of course, but the unit density is quite high, so you have to plan your moves carefully. I think it, at least in my opinion, it's a very good introductory war game, to the classic war game. I would use it to get new players that want to learn more about war games. I would use it to teach them some basic concepts. It is easy to play and it is fun to play, despite playing against myself. I had quite a lot of fun because the mechanics of the game, I think, are very fine-tuned, let's say, and they promote the flow of play. They're not great periods of inactivity where the players have to go through tedious work to find out what happens in the battle or how to move, stuff like that. I think it promotes quite fast, but in the good sense, play. Once you get familiar with the basic concepts of how to calculate the odds, what matters and what not in a battle, how to move, and how the movement allowances work, then it's very easy and very fast to play. Well, strategy is a whole different matter. What strategy we'll pursue in this game is up to the player, and actually playing 200 solo is a very good way to try your strategies before trying them with an opponent. But to be honest, I believe it's going to be way more fun with a live opponent, with another player, than playing it 200 solo. But okay, I make do with what I have, and in this case I don't have a player and opponents. Okay, so it's rather short. It just says 2 to 6 hours. Goes for the short scenario in 6 hours. I guess, maybe it's realistic. I think that 2 experienced players, they could play maybe 2. I'd say more like 3 hours, depending on the strategy they pursue. Basic scenario. I think the basics of the 40x series are known to most of you. For example, zones of control, bonds, the CRTs. I love Mark Simonitch's CRTs. Kind of old school gamer. The older war games, the CRTs were often a point of discontent because they wouldn't feel, sometimes they wouldn't feel realistic, sometimes they would feel too gamey, or they would be too complex or too simple. I think Mark Simonitch has managed to hit a sweet spot. It's the CRTs as granular as it needs to be, and plus there are a couple of let's say sub mechanisms that enhance battles, like determined defense and breakthrough combat, and these add very much to the player's experience. The supply is typical of such a game, and it's easy to resolve. In most cases it's easy to resolve a supply. Of course, I don't know, I'm kind of experienced in war games. Some players that are not may have some getting used to the supply system, but what I love is that generally the rules are quite intuitive. I mean, when I had a question, the situation map would be such that I was wondering if what I thought right was right. Then I would consult the rules, and in most of the cases I would find that, yeah, what feels right is also right by the rules. So yeah, that's very good, and it gives you some more certainty to what you're doing. I really liked the weather table, but it's often overlooked, and the way the weather in most war games is abstracted in a way. Of course, this is the case here, but I think it's a very clever way to have the weather. What happens in its day is determined by a table, but the way it is built, I liked it. It's not unnecessarily complex, but it's not just simple abstraction, and that was very good. I don't think I've got much more to say about the game. As I've said, I will definitely get its follow-up, Italy 43, because I loved how this game plays, and I hope the next installment we play as well. And I think it's, yeah, in my opinion, as I've said, I think it's a great introductory game, not just to the series, but in war gaming, in hex-and-counter, or gaming in general. So yeah, just it if you want to, and yeah, that's all for now. Salerno 43 by Mark Simonitch, GMT Games, a very good hex-and-counter war game. That's all for me, and till the next episode.